Hi, I'm Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and today I'm going to present you my 5 tips for October 2021. Let's start. This month tips or advice are around composition, creativity, and trying things out, okay? So, I realize that many people tend to make always the same picture and then not really trying other look, other ways of making it, okay? So, tip number 1, advice number 1. Most people do vertical, horizontal picture, it stops here. Some more do square pictures, but not that many try different ratio. Like you have 4/3, 3/2, 1/1, which is square. Then you have 19/9 or 16/9, which is like cine, all this. It's true that many people use their camera as it comes ready for. I would say like reflex is 3/2, micro 4/3 is 4/3, medium format many are kind of 4/3, and not many try something else. But no one says you have to stay on 4/3 or 3/2 or whatever, okay? It's true that many people avoid to change it because you get a bit less resolution, but it doesn't matter. Most people publish on social networks, and even printing, sometimes you don't lose that much. Most of the time you don't lose that much, it's not a problem. So try different way of framing and ratio. And you don't have to follow this already made standard. Would add the 5/4 for Instagram also, but you can create your own. No one says you cannot cut just a thin strip like this, or almost square but not exactly square. So maybe it will be just a problem if you're going to print it and you want to frame it and you cannot find a standard frame size, and then maybe you need tailor-made framing. But otherwise that's okay. You can do what you want. Try, test, and see it looks. Sometimes you will see something that's a lot better in a way than on another one, okay? Advice number 2. Go back to the same place at different time of the day, different season. It may look completely different. There's a prairie, field. I go with my daughter very often. When I would go around, go with my car, I pass by, I make some picture with my smartphone. Sometimes I've used this field also to make picture while reviewing cameras also, and it's incredible the difference between one day and another one, different season. I've seen it with grass, I've seen it with earth, I've seen it with mud, I've seen it with clouds, with sunshine, with blue sky, with everything, and it changes so much from one time to another that I recommend that if there's a place you may like or you may find it interesting for a picture, go back some other day. Sometimes the colors are different, but if you work in black and white, sometimes the contrast is different. It works better or not as good, it depends. So if there is a place you like, or maybe it's not especially a great place, but you pass by, train with that. Sit at different time and you realize the big difference from the same place. What you can obtain is so different. Tip number 3. Well, some people work with everything in focus, others work with shallow depth of field, and some always work the same way. So when you get to a place, try to vary and try different things, so you decide what looks better for the place, for the situation, for the picture, or for your style. We'll speak about style at the end, okay? Look at this, okay? I'll show you 2 pictures. One is focused on this, and the other one on the background. When I focus on the background, dealing with my phone is not so much out of focus, but you see the idea, okay? It's not the same thing to have everything in focus and just a part. What is better than the other? No, there's nothing better or worse. It's you like it more, you like it less. It works better for what you want to do, but maybe will work not as good for someone else who wants to do something here, okay? So train with that. Try to change the focus point. I don't mean changing the focus point in the camera where I move it. At the end it's the same thing. You decide where in depth your picture will be in focus, which is, well, we can recompose or change the focusing point, but the idea, I don't speak about the technical camera side, I speak about decision of where on my picture I want the important part to be in focus, okay? Tip number 4, do this. Turn around. I'll show you a panning I made with video from the field I was speaking before. I turn around, you see there's a small track, then there's another field in the back, there's a flower. Most of the time we are attracted by what we think is important or what culture make us think it's important, like a monument, okay? And we forget to look around, to look back, to look on the side, and very often there are many great pictures on the side or the back and we miss them. For example, when we were in New York City with Claudia Reyes about a couple of years ago, as everybody, we walked from Brooklyn to Manhattan on the Brooklyn Bridge, and you see that most people, they get into Manhattan and then never look back, and you miss a lot of things. They've seen Manhattan from Brooklyn, but they've not seen Brooklyn from Manhattan, and that's interesting too. And you see all the people walking towards you, because most people go one way, because they can go, some other go the other way, obviously, no? But you miss a lot of pictures because you don't look back. So doesn't matter if you see the Eiffel Tower, look at it, but look on the side, look on the back. Very often there are many things, okay? Tip number 5. Most people work at eye level. They have their camera and they make the picture. That's why very often they look for a tripod that is at eye level. But they're going to try a lot higher, a lot lower, and it gives completely different look from the floor, from the top, from the bottom. And not just landscape, people also. If you make a portrait at eye level, it looks like an ideal picture. If you go from a breast level, it's a bit more, give more strength, okay? Person looks more powerful. If you go from the bottom, then it looks like this, like a pyramid. If you full body, then the person looks really tall. So you're just giving a different look depending on where you place yourself. And some people do understand that with portraits, but they forget about it with landscape. This is the same thing. So it's important that you try this. So these 5 tips are really to help you practice all these techniques, all these decision techniques and decision practice what you could do. So sometimes you don't have time, you just make a picture and you go and that's it. But sometimes you have time. Try vertical, horizontal, square, different format, but not just in post-production. Work on it. Although there is a part of the picture that will fall out, but you know that you will cut there, okay? Don't necessarily need to change the configuration of your camera settings. You basically calculate where you will cut, so you frame within this space, okay? But try this, try different things. If you really dominate all these possibilities, it will help you decide when you use them, how to use them, and you're going to build your style. Many people do the same pictures as any other. Why? Because they do eye level, same framing, same everything. So the big difference between a photographer and another one is not the way his camera works, it's the way he shows things. And to show things in a different way than your neighbor, you need to look at it different, capture it different, and to be trained for that. Because in some situation, one thing is better, another one would work better. But if you don't try it, you miss out many things. And actually, you can actually develop your own style. Sometimes you will be seen as the guy always pointing at the sky, you know, but doesn't matter. Maybe it's your style, but you dominate it, you manage it, and you don't have to always do the same style. But at least you need to decide what you want to do and give it this specific look that belongs to you, okay? Many people says that everything is invented. Probably the ingredients are all invented, but the recipe is not invented. Not all are invented, so you mix it the way you want and you give your own look to your picture thanks to all these possibilities. So these were my 5 tips for October 2021. Thank you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a small button on here and also a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, you can leave a comment below. I'll leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links to all the gear I've reviewed by K&F Concept and Sandmark, links to other parts of my YouTube channel, and a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye!